Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to do the second part of the video that I did a few days ago, how to make a business plan. And so the topic of this video today is explain what team you need inside your restaurant. Okay, you can divide the restaurant in two parts. One is the kitchen and one is the front of house. So this is something that is really important because you know the expenses of your team, of each person, is gonna affect your business plan. So let's start from the kitchen. In the kitchen you're gonna need the executive chef, you're gonna need the chef de cuisine, you're gonna need a sous chef, you're gonna need a chef de partie, you're gonna need a commis chef, you will need also a prep guys, you will need also a dishwasher as well as the pastry chef. So now I'm gonna tell you more specific what each person does. Okay, so the executive chef is the one that create the menu, look at the price, and make sure that all the company are set up and stuff like that. The chef de cuisine is the one in charge to stay inside the kitchen and make sure that everything that the executive chef told to do is gonna be done in the right way. Okay, so usually the chef de cuisine is helped by a sous chef, and so the sous chef also he will take care of one section most of the time. It depends of the restaurant, depend how many people you're gonna have on the dining room, and so on. After that there is a chef de partie. Chef de partie is the one that take care of each section. Usually a kitchen, in one kitchen there are more than one section, and so it's kind of have his own kitchen, inside a kitchen. So and usually needs somebody that help him, and this figure is called commis chef. Okay, so after that there is prep guys. So I mean, it can be one, it can be two, it can be three, depending on the amount of work you have to do for the menu. And so because there is the kitchen is where you actually doing the service, and behind that there is stuff that need to be prepped before, and so that is the prep guys that is gonna take care of it. Also there is the dishwasher, which is another really important person inside the kitchen, because the kitchen for me is a chain, and if you miss one piece, the chain cannot work. So I want to say that because I believe that for one person that starts to open a restaurant is you need to focus on the fact that you need to make understand all the team that there are no difference between each position. The last one is the pastry chef, which is a guy in charge of all the pastry area. And so now we ended with the kitchen, and I'm gonna start to tell you something about the front of house. I'm gonna read something because I don't want to forget anybody, and I'm not the guy, I will not the guys in charge of the front of house. The one is gonna be Federico, but he's not here right now, so I can tell you everything as well. Okay, so the position in the front of house is gonna be floor manager, you're gonna be assistant manager, you will have a sommelier, bartender, servers, and also you will have busboys, which actually are the assistants of a server, and food runner, and hostess, the last one. So the floor manager is gonna be the guy in charge of make all the order for the front of house, like wine, beer, napkins, I don't know, wine glass, beer glass, everything that we need in order to be able to work. So he's gonna be helped by the assistant manager, which is usually like he's taking care of one section too, but is help, you know, the floor manager, and you know, is cover him on his days off. After them there is the sommelier. So the sommelier is how you know, is like a guy that's taking care of the wine. So you know, and it's gonna be the one that will come to your table and will help you to find the right wine. Also there is a bartender, which is the guys, you know, they stay behind the bar, and the guys that's gonna make your cocktail and entertain you while you're waiting for your table. Now we have the server, which is the closest position to the customer, because it's the one that is gonna introduce you to the menu, introduce you first of all to the restaurant, to the menu, and it's gonna help you to find the right dish, and so it's actually the one that is gonna take care of you. We have the busboy, which is the assistant of the server, and is help the server like in everything. And so basically, like you know, you look at the table, look that there is everything on the table: bread, water, whatever you guys decide that they need to be there. It change the nappings if the nappings is dirty. It you know, is basically make sure that your table is every time in a perfect condition. Okay, so after him there is the food runner. So the food runner is the one that taking care of the food that come out from the kitchen. So he stand up, he stand on the kitchen, you know, in front of the kitchen, and he have his own check, and you know, he can see what actually must come out at that time, and what he does, take the food from the kitchen and he's gonna bring it to the table without say anything, and you know, just like take the food and bring to the table. Last one is the hostess, which is the first person that you're gonna see when you get inside one restaurant. Actually, you may can see from the outside, from the glass. So I suggest you to put a really nice looking girl or man, and so this one is the one in charge of make sure that you're gonna find a space inside a restaurant. And you know, sometimes in the restaurant you may have to wait, so it's gonna tell you how long you have to wait, and if you got a reservation, you know, it's gonna make sure that your table is ready. So after the server, it's one position very close to the customer too. So with this we finish with the position that you will need inside a restaurant. And so to get back to the business plan, so I told you about all this position because all this position, they're gonna cost you money. So, and it's really important that you going to understand how many of these guys you will need for your own restaurant. You know, those are the standard one, but you can play with that. You know, it depends how many seats you're gonna have, or it depends, you know, if it's your first restaurant. Like for example, what we did, like me. So in my restaurant, I'm gonna be the executive chef, but I'm gonna be the chef de cuisine as well. You know, in this way, I know that I will have to work double, but it's fine. It's my first restaurant, it's no problem. You know, but I can cover all the position, at least for the beginning. And the same like as Federico, you know, is gonna be the one in charge of the floor, but it's gonna be also the assistant manager, not just the floor manager. You know, so those are the positions that you will see every time. You know, but also there is one other position that I didn't mention that is really important for the restaurant, and it usually play on the back, and that is the account keeper. So the account keeper in our case is gonna be Gianni, and he's gonna be in charge of to check everything that come in the restaurant and going outside the restaurant. You know, I'm talking about all the stuff that we're gonna buy and everything that we're gonna sell. And plus is gonna work together with me and Federico, so to let us know what from just to from the number he can understand what is gonna be, you know, the peak dish of the week, you know, what wine we sold the most, and so on. So it's really important that you guys gonna have this figure inside your restaurant. Okay, now with everything that I told you today, plus the video that I hope you check that I made a few days ago, the part 1, plus few things that I'm gonna add now, I believe you're gonna be able to finish your business plan. So the few things that I'm gonna add now, they are really important one, and I don't wanna miss any one on it. And so I'm gonna check on my business plan and I'm gonna read for you. Okay, so there are more expenses that you need to add to your business plan beside the one that I told you today, which are the kitchen expenses and the front of house expenses. You need to add the bank charger, you know, which is usually how does it work, you know? For here in New York City we use a lot credit cards, so for each transaction you need to pay a percentage for the company that take care of the credit card. I say the company, I don't say the bank, because usually you have a company, you don't have a bank. So, you know, there is a company in the middle that you pay with the credit card, and you know, when you pay with the credit card, usually you can give the money back to the bank after 1 month. But the restaurant, you needed to get the money right away. So there is a company in between that give you the money right away, and after, when you give back to the bank, get back from the bank. So, you know, is good in one way, but it's really expensive on the other, because they usually charge like a lot. It can be 3 to 4%. Okay. After you have the license. So the license, they are everything that you need to in order to open, like a liquor license. You need sidewalk cafe if you wanna have, you know, license for the outside, and so on. Another one is insurance, which is really important, because you need to have like the insurance that is gonna cover the building itself, the property itself, plus all the your worker. Okay. So another one is the account. So it's really important to have an account, and you know, they work together with the account keeper. But and also, you know, it's gonna tell you at the end of the day, here it's gonna do your tax return. You know, it's gonna help you to make the payment for your worker and so on. Wow, now we have like the big one is the rent. You know, the rent, how much you will pay every month in order to open your restaurant. After you have the repairs, which are, you know, everything that may break inside your restaurant and you need to change. There is also the linen supplies. So linen supplies means like everything from tablecloths to napkins to chef coat and so on. After that, there is office supplies. So everything that you need for supply your office. So paper, ink, and stuff like that. You have also telephone, and you have also all the utilities, which can be like telephone, gas, electricity, and also you have all the expenses for the lawyer. And usually you have like one lawyer to close the deal, you know, for the restaurant. You have a lawyer for the liquor license. So also you may need an immigration lawyer, you know, because here in New York City is really hard to get work paper, work permit. So if you get people from outside US, you need an immigration lawyer. In addition to this, you're gonna have the PR expenses and the website expenses that they can go together, or you can keep separate, or you can do like I'm doing now. So try to do your PR with your own idea. You know, there is some video like I just did. So I hope that this video is not being too boring. I know, you know, sometimes it can be boring, but you know, I believe that is the best way to make you guys understand everything that you need in order to open a restaurant in New York City. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did it, remember to put a like it and subscribe my channel. And I'll see you soon, okay? Take care, stay tuned, and rock and roll.